Good morning. Are we? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening all over. Here is your host, Viola Edward, of the program Feminine Capital Rhythm. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Here is your host, Viola Edward, of the program Feminine Capital Rhythm. From Miami today with my dearest friend, Willi Ricken, entrepreneur, philanthropist, teacher, massage teacher, Pilates teacher, therapist, photographer, but mainly Willie has been one of the major supporter of women entrepreneurs that I have met in my life. And I'm taking from him some minutes now, in the middle of many things that we have to do in Miami, to introduce Willie to you. Willie is one of my beloved people. Welcome, Willie, to my new program.
Thank you very much, Viola. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you as a friend, as a very dear and very old friend, and ready to answer any questions you might have for me, for this wonderful audience all over the world.
Yes. Well, we had we have the title for this interview about why it is so important for men to be with successful women. Why it is that a successful woman is important in men's life.
I think it's important for men to be surrounded by successful women. I can see it in my own life, where I grew up being surrounded in my father's business, and I worked as a music producer, so I worked in the music business for a long time. And in my home country, Venezuela, two of the, let's say, most important general managers in the business were women. They were extremely successful, and it was always a pleasure to see them work and to see how different a perspective they brought to the business, other than what men brought to that business. So that was the beginning of my getting in touch with that aspect of professional and successful women.
Plus, you have a very powerful mother and very sweet and powerful sister, successful. What can you tell us about growing up in this kind of quite balanced family, we can say?
Yes, we can say that. Yes, well, that what that gives us when you're surrounded by women, you grow up surrounded by women who have this presence and who are successful and powerful. It gives perspective to what it means to be a man, also. So
can you tell us a little bit about that? What is the perspective of being a man in balance?
well, being a man in balance means learning from those aspects that women bring to life and to the world, which balance out our aspects as men, because we interact with the world and we interact with the business aspect of the world in different ways and coming from different aspects. I mean, women in many ways in business bring their knowledge about relating to others in a different way, not so structured, but more free, and not so from a hierarchy, but from a more equal sense. So that's always very interesting, because it's a completely different way of interacting with your employees, with the people you work with your customers. It's very different.
This is why you loved so much this program, Feminine Capital Rhythm, don't
Yes,
you?
I do. Yes, I do, because I also love you so much, Viola.
So, in the other areas of life, we're talking about what is it to be working with a successful woman. What about success in relationship? How is it important for a man to be in a relationship, in a loving relationship with a powerful woman, and this woman relate to him as a peer, without fear, as a peer in justice, in, in democracy, in how is it to be in a relationship like that with a powerful, successful woman in loving relationship?
Well, you mentioned the key aspect, I think, because what I think is one of the most difficult points for men is the fear of being with a successful woman. The fear of the woman overshadowing him as a man, the fear of a woman earning more, being more successful than he as a man can be. And so I think Not really in my specific case, because like I said, I grew up around that. But in general, for men to be with a successful woman requires for them to be really self-assured, really centered, and really be in their own strength and power as men. To be able to stand as an equal, as a peer with strong, intelligent, smart, creative, powerful, wealthy women, which is a wonderful thing. I think it's really, for me, it's one of the most important things in life to be with a woman who represents all these things. So I think that's very exciting. It's also very challenging because you face many challenges regarding time, because of course successful women many times are short on time. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the fact that the woman is very busy, and many men would just want the woman to take care of them instead of taking care of their business or of their professional lives? So how do you deal with that? But also, I have to say, in this aspect, Venezuela, the country where I grew up, is
I
much
grew up.
exactly. We both grew up there. It's a country where it's more advanced than many other, surprisingly, more advanced than many other countries in this aspect, where there there's a pretty high respect for women in business and in successful businesses. I know many who work at a very high level in banks, for example,
Yeah, and public services.
public services. I mean,
Yeah.
many. So it's different for me because I grew up in a culture which honors that.
Yeah.
Obviously, other cultures work with that very differently. But
Yeah.
for me, it's a pleasure to be in a challenging relationship in this aspect. So I think it's beautiful.
And also because you are an artist and you yourself are very creative. So what will be your advice for men all over the world? Men that are listening to us now, what would you tell them? Men who still face the challenge and the fear of being with an equal.
Um, it's really about knowing what it means to be a man, what the man's strengths are, what we have the power to give to women also, because like we can learn from them, and there are
And
many
we can learn from you.
exactly women can learn from us as well, many things as equals. So I think it's that being in your own masculine power, representing that and bringing that to life fully, so that no matter what the woman brings, you will be in your own center as a powerful, in a good sense, man,
Yeah.
in a healthy, safe, and good way.
And what will be your advice which you sharing with women that they still, many women put themselves down thinking that they have to do so to please their men?
My advice: don't do it. But just very simple. Just don't. I mean, it's. I know it's culturally sometimes very difficult to be in such an independent position, um, but I am sure that in every culture there are men who can be in these peer-to-peer relationships, and it's a matter also of having patience and really, as a woman, developing and being really in your own woman strength and power, and working always from there, from your own self-assuredness, and being certain in who you are and all the wonderful things that you as a woman can bring to the world, which we men cannot, and which is also very important to receive, because there's a lot of male energy, but we need also the healing energy of what it means to be a woman. So the
Thank you
feminine side.
so much, Willi. Tomorrow, Willi and I, we will be both in this program called the Foro Mujer Wow, is in Spanish. And Willi is going to be in a panel with another two men talking about why it is important for women to be successful, powerful, being herself, and return to her female energy, feminine energy, and how important is that for herself, for her man, for her son, for her father, for society, for business, everywhere. I'm so pleased, so happy to be here with Willi. And here is your host, Viola Edward, this time from Miami. You have a very, very nice evening, or nice morning, or nice lunch, wherever you are. And see you again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is lovely.
Thank you.